Hi everyone, this is Lori from My File Addiction. Today I'm going to show you how to get a stone count from a design you may have purchased from somebody, whether they did not list the stone count or you forgot who you purchased it from. But I'm going to show you how you can do that within your program. Now I do have to say you have to have either the designer edition or the business edition, because those are the only two versions of the Silhouette program that have the rhinestone panel. So let's get started here. I'm going to bring in a file here. I'm going to select File, then Open, and I'm going to type in, I'll bring in my SVG file, select OK. Zoom out a little bit here. I'm holding down my Alt key and using my wheel to zoom in and out a little bit quicker and faster than using the zoom features that are up here at the top. Okay, so the first thing we are going to want to do is we are going to want to ungroup this file. So I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to select Ungroup. Okay, so we are going to delete these two black boxes and then I'm going to change the color of this just so you guys can see the circles a little bit better. Okay, so when we find our stone count, you should not be cutting from that file. Sometimes the results can alter and change the look of the original file. So this is for the purpose of just finding your stone count. If you want to cut the design, I suggest that you bring back in the original SVG file with the black boxes or however the designer has it set up, and you cut from that original file. Some of them, they come out perfectly fine and it will not alter the look of the file, but sometimes it may. So that's why I suggest that you not cut from the way your results for finding the stone count. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, first of all, if we know nothing about this file, then that means we might not know what stone sizes the designer used. So we're going to zoom in here, and the circles for the wording look almost the same size as the circles for the flamingo. So we're going to just double check the sizes here. And it says it's 0.13 inches, which you can find your sizing up here also. So that is the size for an SS10 stone. So I'm going to select the black ones, and they are also 0.13 inches, 0.13 inches up here. So that tells me that this file is made up of all SS10 stones. Okay, so I'm going to show you two different ways on how to find the stone count for a design that's all the same stone size and one that has mixed stone sizes. Okay, so for the one that has all the same stone sizes, what you're going to do is you are going to select the entire file. So you want to marquee select and make sure all of the circles have been selected. You're going to open up your rhinestone panel, which is over here to the right. And now we're going to select one of these fill options, okay? Well, first of all, I'm going to back up here. We're going to select our stone size. So we're going to select SS10. Okay, so that's highlighted here. Okay, so I find that it does not matter when you're finding your stone count, does not matter which one of these fill options you use. These fill options will give you different results when you are making your own rhinestone file based off of a vector file that has not been stoned. Okay, so those different options will, this outline option will just stone around the edge of an object. This linear fill will give you more of a grid style fill, which is kind of like how the F is. It's more flat and it just gives you rows of stones. And the radial fill follows the curve of a of an object. So it's going to fill more more along the lines of the shape of the object. Okay, so where it would feel pretty much like this, probably not as good. You'd have to make some minor adjustments and manually move around circles to fill it in a little bit better, but it would give you kind of the results of the flamingo. Okay, but when finding the stone count, it does not matter which one of those options you choose. Okay, so we're going to select all these again, and I'm going to select just this fill here, and it's telling me that there are 894 SS10 stones. Prior to me doing that, it would have said 0, kind of just like the rest of these have. Okay, so that tells me there's a total between these two file pieces, 894 stones. So if I'm going to double check this, I'm going to go and I'm going to go to my website, and I'm going to find that design, and I'm going to click on it, and my listing image says there are a total of 894 stones. So that gave you perfect, it matched my stone count exactly. Okay, if you wanted to just know how many pink stones are in the design, then you would just marquee select just the pink stones. It's going to tell you 386, and the black stones 508. Okay, so that's how you find the stone count for a design where all of the circles are the same size. Now we're going to go to a multi-stone design. Select File, Open. I'm going to go into Mascots. Select Hornet. Select my SVG file. Select OK. Okay, so when I create files that have multiple stone sizes, I color code everything different, and this allows you to select by color. Okay, so if I didn't do that, then it would be very difficult to find your stone count for the SS6 stones. Okay, so if you happen to have a file that a designer made and they color coded and made everything yellow, then you're not going to be able, you would be able to find the stone count for all of the yellow circles, but you would not be able to find the stone count between the SS6 and SS10. Okay, so what we're going to do here again, so we are going to ungroup this file. And I'm going to delete the boxes. And because we can't find, you can't really see this file piece, I'm going to change it to a different color. Now I'm going to make sure I change it to something different than what these 4 colors are. Okay, so I'm going to select just a blue. Okay, so because this is all one color, I'm going to select one of the circles, and this is telling me that the circles are 0.13 inches, which is up here. So all of these are SS10s. Okay, so we're going to just select those, and I'm going to make sure my SS10 is selected, and I'm going to select a fill option, and now my stone count is 441. Okay, so now to do these 2 separate pieces here, you're going to have to go up to the top here, and you're going to have to click on a color palette that's up here at the top where it says select by color. Okay, so that brings up this color palette. Now we're going to want to make sure we select the by fill option, And this tells us all of the colors that we have in our design space, okay? So we've already changed these, so we don't have to worry about changing these again. Now we need to find out which are the SS6 stones and which are the SS10s. So if I select just one of the circles, I can see that these are the SS10s, and then I select the green ones, and those are the those were the, yes, those SS10s, and these are the SS6s, the green ones are, okay? So, and it's obvious once you zoom in that you can tell these are really two different circle sizes, okay? So, if you zoom in close enough, that's why I like to do things where I zoom in and zoom out, because you get more control, and you can visually see things. From a distance, it might not look like they're different stone sizes or circle sizes, but once you zoom in, it becomes obvious that you're working with two different circle sizes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to select the yellow from our select by color panel here, and that is going to select just the yellow objects, okay? We are going to go to our rhinestone panel. These are the yellow ones were our SS10, so we're going to make sure we got the SS10 here selected. We're going to select the fill, and now it changed all of those and added our stone count. We're going to select the green. Those were our SS6s, so we're going to go to the SS6. And now we will select one of our fill options, and it replaced all of those. See, we have 178 SS6s. Now we're going to do it for this design. And again, you could either select a circle. 0.13 is the black. The reds are 0.098. So those are the SS6s. So since we have our SS6 already selected, we'll start out with the red this time. And we'll select our fill option. And you can kind of see I'm just kind of alternating between these. If not, you'd almost have to select the no rhinestone function and then go back to the original one that you had selected. Okay, so that changed all of those. It added 60, it says I have 65 of those. And now we are going to select our black. And we're going to select our SS10. We'll select a different fill option here, and it filled in those. Okay, so now our total stone count for the entire design is 643 SS6 stones and 1,027 SS10s. If you wanted to see your individual stone counts for the different design pieces, you would have to go to the select by color, and what it would do is it shows the red, which is your SS6s. That means you would have a total of 65 SS6s for the black piece here, and then your SS10s are 261. Okay, same thing with this. You would select the green for the SS6s. 178 SS6 yellow stones and 325 SS10 yellow stones. Okay, so I hope this information helps you out, and have a great day.